to this edition of The Whole Story. This is where we put all of the pieces together of a single issue and give you a 360-degree view of what's happening on that one issue. Today on The Whole Story, we're looking at the Delta Plus variant. Let's get straight to it. Now, as of last week, we've been informed that the Delta variant, which was the more sort of contagious type of variant that was first detected in India, largely considered responsible for the second wave of COVID in India, has mutated to form a Delta Plus variant. Now, the Delta Plus variant is a K417N mutation, which is a mutation of the spike protein of the Delta variant. Now, the Delta variant was reported in October last year in India, and has been noted to be either 40 to 50% more infectious than the alpha version that was first reported in the UK. Now, this is according to a study by AIMS, which is not yet peer reviewed. Now, the government on Tuesday this week said the Delta Plus variant has been around in India since March this year. Dr. V.K. Paul of the Niti Aayog has said that this is not a variant of concern at this point. It is a variant of interest. The presence has been detected and the data has been submitted to the global data system. He also went on to say, we need to watch the effect of this change and the variant in a scientific manner. Now, the Delta Plus variant, considered to be a more dangerous variant, has been now detected in 3 states so far. We understand Maharashtra, Kerala and Madhya Pradesh. Now, the Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan has said so far India has 22 cases of the Delta Plus variant, and 16 cases, he said, had been found in Ratnagiri and Jalgaon in Maharashtra, the rest of them in Kerala and Madhya Pradesh. And the Health Ministry had issued guidelines on that matter. The Health Ministry has told these particular 3 states to beef up their containment measures, to enhance their testing, tracking and vaccination in these districts where this variant has been found. The Health Ministry has shared the details of the characteristics of the Delta Plus variant according to INSACOG, which is the committee that advises the government on the entire vaccine. It has said the new variant has 3 characteristics. It has increased transmissibility, stronger binding to the receptors of lung cells, and potential reduction to the monoclonal antibody response. So we've also looked through all of the responses that various expert doctors have given to various news sources. Now, they've all said the same thing, that there aren't enough cases right now in India to conclusively be able to tell whether the Delta Plus variant is responding to vaccines, whether it is more dangerous than the Delta variant, whether it is causing more hospitalization or death. We don't know yet because there aren't enough cases to be able to conclusively reach that conclusion. Now, while the Health Ministry had said that there are 22 cases altogether earlier this week, in Maharashtra, on the 22nd of June, the Health Minister Rajesh Tope on Monday said the state has alone detected 21 cases of the Delta Plus variant. He said 9 are in Jalgaon, 7 in Mumbai, 1 each from Sindhudurg, Thane and Palghar districts. He also said the Maharashtra government has taken the decision to actually work on the genome sequencing, and it is going to take 100 samples from each of these districts and study them. He said that since the 15th of May, they have taken 7,500 samples, out of which 21 cases have been detected. In Kerala, 3 cases of Delta Plus variant have been found in Palakkad and Pattanamthitta. According to News Minute, Pattanamthitta District Collector Dr. Narsimogari Reddy has said a 4-year-old boy was found infected with the Delta Plus variant. Officials have said authorities are taking stringent methods in measures in the affected areas of these 2 districts to prevent the spread. In Madhya Pradesh, the Delta Plus variant has been reported in a 65-year-old woman in Bhopal who apparently recovered from COVID in home isolation and also has been administered with 2 doses of the vaccine. The Health Ministry has said the variant has been found in Bhopal and Shivpuri districts of Madhya Pradesh. Now, according to India Today, Dr. Shahid Jamil, who was a member of INSACOG, which was the government's consortium on genome sequencing, he then resigned after he had criticized the government. He spoke to India today and said it's well established that the beta variant evades vaccines much better than the alpha or even the delta variant. Remember, this is a delta variant, but it is a mutated form of the delta variant. Now, as far as being more transmissible, he basically said we hardly have any cases to establish that the delta plus variant will be more transmissible. We have 20 cases out of 25,000, which is nothing. More sequencing is needed to be able to determine this. When talking about the Delta Plus variant and the impending third wave in India, Dr. Jamil said currently there's no information or evidence, but I would go on precedent. There were very few cases of the Delta variant in December 2020. However, it played a significant role in the second wave, so we must proceed with caution. Now, experts in Maharashtra have said the new variant could trigger a potential third wave in Maharashtra, which has reported the highest number of cases of the Delta Plus variant, as I told you. According to Om Srivastava, a member of Maharashtra's task force on COVID, he said, and I quote, "It is worrisome because we do not know about how it's going to behave from here on. In the variants that we have seen, there have been some very different scenarios that have presented themselves. We know the Delta wave in other parts of the world is very infectious. It spreads rapidly and it can affect a multitude of people in a very short period of time." End quote. Now, at the same time, we must note that while there is caution about a third wave, several states have begun to completely remove their lockdowns. For example, as of this week, Delhi has opened up all shops and markets in its unlock plan. Uttar Pradesh has lifted curfews in all 75 districts of the state, barring only 3 districts, which is Gorakhpur, Meerut, and Saharanpur. Bihar has eased its restrictions, but only the night curfew remains. Telangana has removed all lockdown restrictions in the state. The metro in Hyderabad has begun to function again. Karnataka has announced a relaxation of its lockdown curbs in 16 districts. The city of Bengaluru has opened almost completely. In Maharashtra, the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has said the state is under restrictions but not a complete and strict lockdown. He said unlocking will be done in a graded manner. Now, as of the 20th of June, health experts in the country, specifically in AIIMS in Delhi, have cautioned the need to calibrate this reopening and also to become aggressive in the vaccination strategy. They said, failing these two things, India could be looking at a third wave of COVID in 3 months. AIIMS chief Dr. Randeep Guleria told the Sunday Express that in the next 3 months, it will be crucial for India with the emergence of cases in the UK as a red flag for us. This meeting was held in the last week of May. A top union government official informed the Delhi Disaster Management Authority that he expects the third wave of COVID to hit Delhi in February and March next year. Now, this is according to the Indian Express. Dr. Guleria has been quoted by the Indian Express saying, and I quote, "Everyone should be concerned because in UK, with the Delta variant, there is a rise in cases that we are seeing despite the fact that they were in long lockdown. The emergence of cases in the UK is a red flag for 2 reasons. One, that the variant was first detected in India. 2, despite the fact that they have a large number of people vaccinated, we still don't have that kind of vaccination coverage in India, but we have the same strain of the virus." He said, "It is now dependent on 2 factors on our third wave. One, if we continue to manage our behavior and vaccinate as we move ahead, the next wave could take 5 or 6 months. But if we don't have COVID appropriate behavior, in the next 3 or 4 months, we could see the next wave." He said, despite the huge mortality and suffering that India has been through, people have gone back to crowding and no masking. End quote. To give you a recap of what's happening in the UK that Dr. Guleria was referring to. Now, in the UK, there has been a sharp rise in COVID-19 cases because of the Delta variant. Remember, not the Delta Plus variant, but the Delta variant that was detected in India that is largely responsible for the second wave that we saw happen. Now, England was scheduled to completely unlock from its lockdown on the 21st of June. But because of the rise in cases because of the Delta variant, the Prime Minister Boris Johnson has extended their lockdown until July 19th. Experts now suggest that the third wave is not far away for the UK and they expect it to hit younger people. Let's take a look at UK's vaccination numbers. They've managed to vaccinate 80% of the population with at least one dose and 60% of the population with two doses. India, in comparison, has vaccinated less than 5% of the population with two doses. Also, what we must note here, given the spread of the Delta variant in the UK, now which had originated, like I said, in India, Lancet Journal, which is an extremely respected medical journal, has recommended that the gap between the two doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine be brought down. Now, they have effectively said that the gap between the two doses should be reduced and boosters must be given to those whose immunity is not high enough. Now, to quote Lancet, it says, "Our research suggests that the best way to do this is to quickly deliver the second dose and provide boosters to those whose immunity may not be high enough against the new variants." This is Emma Wall, of infectious diseases consultant and a senior clinical research fellow at Legacy Study. Now, the recommendation obviously is in contrast with what's happening in India, where the decision was made in India to extend the gap from 6 to 8 weeks to 12 to 16 weeks. The UK has decided to shrink that gap even further. A Lancet study has supported UK's current plans to reduce the gap in its vaccines because they found that the Pfizer vaccine is not as effective against the Delta variant as the AstraZeneca vaccine, which in India is called the Covishield vaccine. So, putting all of this in a nutshell, the Delta variant is now hitting the UK, and in response to that Delta variant, the UK has cancelled the opening up of its lockdown. They are aggressively vaccinating people, and they have shrunk the gap between two doses. In India, we still have prevalence of the Delta variant. We have now detected a Delta plus variant that our scientists are studying. But at the same time, we're unlocking all of our big cities. People are using public transport. Markets and malls are opening. And that is being pointed out by our scientists could be potentially dangerous. This is where it has left us. We need to be super cautious. We need to wear our masks and try as far as possible to avoid stepping out of the house, to avoid any sort of large groups. And if you qualify for a vaccine, please make sure that you get it as quickly as possible. Well, that's the whole story on the Delta Plus variant and the Delta variant. This is the information that we have as of now. We will try and get you more information as soon as we can. This is a new format for us on the whole story, so please leave us your feedback. Share this video with anyone you feel might find it useful, and leave us comments of words of encouragement because it helps us work harder. Thank you for watching.